Okay, let's check this microphone is actually reasonably sized volume. Let's just test that out now. Okay, time to turn down that music, basically. Just go right down to the bottom there, that should be better. Anyway, welcome back, Pro Cycling Manager 2024 PCM SimGame. We are ready to go. Week 1 of our Tour of France. Okay, turn that volume off on my secondary device there. Let's hope the music's a bit quieter now. If not, someone will tell me. Single player one-off race. World DB 2025, which of course is the sim game. We'll know it's a sim game because it will throw up the errors. Music is still a little bit loud, so turn it down on my end there. Yep, there's the error there. Make sure we change our race settings to the correct settings. Normal, 3, 1, 1, and variability of race day conditions. We're loading the start list, and it's not this race, but this race looks like a great time, doesn't it? Found it on the, hey, welcome. Found it on the, what do you call it? We found the mods on PCM 4. It's a great tour. But anyway, we are doing this one here. This is the correct stage, the correct profile. We are good to go. Okay, so let's have a look at who the teams are that are competing. Once again, the jerseys. I have not got the Dimension Data mini jersey still, but it's been a while. So Arkea are bringing Romain Bardet, a whole French team, to the French race. Well done to them. They've got Hofstetter, I guess, as a kind of sprinter. Maybe those cobble stages too. Warren Barguil, he's still racing. Oh, good on him. A few small domestics for him. Bahrain victorious with as strong as ever. Jonathan Milan, he'll be the key sprinter in this race. Buitrago also there. Oh, and they got Bauhaus. Look at that great lead out there for Milan. We'll be looking to take the green points jersey. Benfica, they've got David Godu. George Bennett as a key lieutenant. Maybe those two will be going for stages. Higuita's here. Oh, nice, decent squad. No real sprinter. Bora, I think they got their team randomized, but they've got Riccatello here as their leader. Simmons, Romo, really a bunch of nobodies, to be honest. Credit Agricole have the legend himself, Tadej Pogacar. Mads Pedersen there for the sprints. Pedersen, of course, who's in the Giro d'Italia, currently Ciclamino jersey. Strong squad there. Cockard for the lead out. Bit of a all-roundy squad, but no big mountain help. Hoping Poggy can do it alone. They mentioned Data with a very African squad. Minky's leading there. Gibbons for the sprints. Otherwise, a few random riders. FDJ, Richard Carapaz, and Groenewegen. They've gone in for the two-pronged attack. HTC with Tim Miller, Rodriguez. Ooh, another strong squad here. Kwiatkowski absolutely washed, unfortunately. Hogard, another randomized one, I think. Adam Yates, Mark Hirsch, Mollema. Still a pretty strong squad there. Intermarché being led by French Sivakov, something you wouldn't expect to see. Lotto with Matteo Jorgensen and Maxime Van Giels. Anna Deli also here for the sprints. Mappa GB have Moschetti for the sprints and Vlasov for the race. GC. Tim Milram with Skelmoser. He's looking pretty alright there. Netherlands Lottery with Jonas Vingegaard, Pale Bilbao. Case Golf for the sprints, kinda. Quick Step, classic Quick Step jersey. Alex Belton, I think Uterbrooks is their leader. I don't think they have anything too excessive here, so I guess they're looking for stages. Red Bull have Philipsen for the sprints. And pretty much just a strong squad there behind him. Team Sky, Josh Tarling as their TT specialist. He's looking for that prologue, the opening day win. Thomas Pidcock there also in Pidcock must be for GC. T-Mobile's got Evenepoel. What a great race. Evenepoel, Vingegaard, Pogacar. They're all here. Niels Pollitt, Lipovitz. He's got a strong GC squad behind him. But let's get into the first race here. It is the prologue. No, not prologue. It's a time trial. 20-kilometer time trial. Evenepoel's the favourite, followed by Tadej Pogacar, Josh Tarling, Pedersen, Kampenaerts, Skelmoser, Vingegaard, Healy, Jorgensen, and Van Quellen. Who's my take for going to win? I think it's going to be Josh Tarling. I think he's going to take it ahead of Poggy and Evenepoel. Double check our settings. Normal 3-1-1. Let's get into the race. Yeah, smooth, quick loading times. Well done. First off is Virtue from Team Quickstep. Have a look at the revised style list. The first list I posted was not for this route, but let's have a look at the bottom. We got Quickstep, Bora, Dimension Data, Mapai GB, all the Pro Conti teams down there. Of course, Dimension Data I think is World Tour this year. Either way, the favourite is Poggy, Milan, and Vingegaard. I think we'll speed through until we see some TT specialists starting. Vlasov, he is the first rider off for Team Mapai. He's probably going to set the best early time, I think. And of course, I'm biased because Mapai is my squad. 75 TT, 72 flat. As he comes into that first checkpoint, he sets the best time by a minute. He'll probably sit in that hot seat for quite a chunk of the day until the rest of the favourite start. But he's the GC leader for Team Mapai. Let's speed it up a little bit. Head in towards the finishing line. Oh, it's a nice little course. This course looks familiar. Where have I seen this course before? Perhaps multiplayer. Anyway, Vlasov's about to catch both his Minutemen. As someone's already beaten his time. Van Quellen's already beaten Vlasov's time at the first time check. Let's go down and have a look at him. He's out of contention, There you go, Kevin Van Quellen. Must be butchered the name. The Frenchman, he might already overtake Vlasov. He better bloody not. He'll be disappointed from the start. He did. 9 seconds ahead of Vlasov. How great. Florian Vermeesch, 16 seconds down at the first time check. We'll keep it on ×4 just because there's so many riders to go. Third of the finish. Ben Turner's doing a reasonable time. Nothing too excessive. Vinokourov is in the top 10. We'll do the Portuguese national champion. Mauro Schmid, third. Let's scroll back down here. Here you go. Harry Sweeney, he's doing a good TT time for Team Bahrain Victorious, the Aussie rider. He looks like a reasonable domestic in the mountains, and he'll help Jonathan Milan try and take some stage wins. Uta Brooks, one of the first, I guess, GC leaders maybe potentially for his team, finishes at minute 55 down already. Simmons, losing too much time. Harm van Hoyke, not TT, not TT. Paul Sechaz from Team Sky. Let's have a look at that Team Sky jersey. It's yellow for the Tour de France. How nice. He's 14th, he's a minute down, that's not the greatest. Volker Mollema is doing a good time. The old Dutch rider, still in his prime. 87 riders till my rider starts, so we're just flicking through them. Minute down, Groenewegen way out of contention. Carlos Rodriguez, GC leader for Team HTC Colombia, losing 28 seconds to Kevin Van Quellen on the first stage. The Polish TT champion for Team Bahrain Victorious. Look at that beautiful Polish champs jersey. Oh, stunning. He is minute down. Max Pool's coming across for Credit Agricole. He'll get a top 10 time also. Yep, currently Dion Smith, he's out. Remo's out, Will Smith. Corbin Strong, way out. Camp. Who's got decent TT? Steimler next with decent TT for Team Milram. 7th, 33 seconds out at the first time check. No one's getting close to the time of Van Quellen and Vlasov so far. Dun, 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 dun. 57 seconds down. The Ollie is kind of a GC rider, not really. Thomas Pidcock I reckon one of the two GC riders for Team Ineos or Team Sky. Minute 32 down. Juan Pedro Lopez for Ho Garden Farm Frights here. 157 Grob Sharpner, he's got a decent TT on him. 8th, 57 seconds down. Axel Laurence, not important. Niels Pollitt, oh, look at that National Champs jersey. That is a beautiful National Champs jersey. Also only 9 seconds down at the first time check. Niels Pollitt, the German TT champion. Finishing 5th, 18 seconds down. Ion Izigere for the Team Netherlands Lottery. 32 seconds down at the first time check. Let's have a look. 55 seconds down. Lesurf, who's he getting passed by? Mads Pedersen, he's 4th at the first time check. 8 seconds down. No negative split. 16 seconds down at the finish. Plankard. Speed it up a bit as we look for more riders to follow. The Russian TT champion, Peter Rukunov. It's just a Russian flag, isn't it? It is. No fancy Mapai jersey for that. Higita Christoph is off. Scholz Dunbar, the Irish TT champ, he's setting a reasonable time. He's in the top 20 so far for Team Lotto. Not the greatest TTer, but not the worst in the world. So times 4 of those. We've still got 56 riders until our simulation rider starts. 12th, a minute down, losing a lot of time there. Lamperty is next. Bussetto, Mark Hirsch in the top 10 provisionally at the first time check, 32 seconds. Zooming in on this course, we see it's a bit lumpy the whole way through. No major categorized climbs, but does... yeah, it's really just up and down the whole way as he passes his minute man on the road. 9th, 54 seconds. Kwiatkowski, top 20. Tess Northgard not doing too well. The rain is falling. There is still nil wind though. Bob Youngles could do well. Let's have a look. He does not do well. He's a minute down. Oh, unlucky.
Stop.
And all these riders losing a lot of time at the first time check. DeLee, not a TT of course, a minute 50 down. Ben Healy, here we go. The Irishman from Team Sky passing his minute man there. 5 kilometers to go. He's only 15 seconds down at the first time check. Will he be able to keep it up over the second half of the course? Looking good in the yellow Team Sky colours. They're expecting a win here in this race, possibly by Healy. 29 seconds down. There's DeLee, Bouchard, Dox, Inghorn. Florian Lipovitz, the next rider, doing well. Another German, but not the German TT champion. Decent mountain, he could be in it with the favourites for GC. No one's behind him, no one's behind him, that's fine. Florian Lipovitz is 7th, 19 seconds, so not losing too much time. De Plus in the top 20 at the first time check. Roman Gregoire, here we are, 4 seconds out at the first time check. Negative split. A lot of these riders are not doing negative splits, so we gotta wait till the big guns come out to see. Sometimes being... oh, he beats the time of Vlasov by 1 second. Fuck. Rune Hergott's also coming up with a good time. He slots in just behind Vlasov on the same time. Ryan Gibbons now for Dimension Data. He's doing a good time. Maybe the conditions have changed favourably. Still nil wind. Fuglsang looking washed. Victor Campenaerts with a new best time at the first time check. By how much? That is the question. By 3 seconds. It's going to be quite close at the finish, but it is definitely a course that suits him with 77 flat and 77 time trial. It's got rolling hills, and he's got the 70 hill and the 24 hill and the 70 mountain just to roll over them. He's catching his 2-minute man? Minute man. Kim Hajduk. Here goes Campenaerts now with a new best time, 3 seconds ahead of Unkelin. Bath, Costa, 3 people. Mikael Bieg, Team HTC. He's doing a reasonable time. 16 seconds down though, I don't think he will make that up towards the finish. Speed it up a bit more. GC riders are about to start, so we'll keep an eye on them. Well, team leaders, not necessarily GC leaders. 11th, 29 seconds down. De Bond, Click, Trago. I reckon he's co-leader. He is for Bahrain victorious. He's already losing 47 seconds at that first time check. Coming up to the finish line, he will be. Minute 22 down. Niels Eekhoff not looking good. Anderson, Brunner, Mark Donovan, George Bennett's going to be washed because he sucks at TTs. Yep. Likra, Baki. Heidemann could do well. Yes, he does. Michael Heidemann of Team Milrams, only 6 seconds off the pace. Seconds off at the finish. Let's get our rider down to let's just wait for a few riders. Willen's losing time. The Canadian champion is not doing too well. Eolotti and Cavagna's doing alright, but I wouldn't say he's doing alright enough to be worth anything. Anyone else coming up behind him that's reasonably good? Nope. So we keep an eye on Cavagna for now for Red Bull KTM. He's 12th, still 21 seconds. Let's see, Bauhaus is in 2 minutes at the first time check. He's having a bad day. Alex Bolden, the puncher for Team Quick Steps, coming up to the first time check. Not in contention, minute 15. Riccatello. Minute down at the first time check. Minkies. We're doing a bit better than that. Minute down. Moschetti. What a sprinter. Yeah, he's not having fun. He's got crappy TTE. He's going to be 2 minutes 22 down. Godu, 47 seconds down. Not losing too much time, but not up there with the favourites. Sivakov is third, 5 seconds back. Well done to him. We've got Roman Bardet come through the first time check. He's a minute down. But Pavel Sivakov, the next French hopeful. Can a Frenchman win this Tour of France? We see the time gap jump slightly, which means some of those big favourites are rolling through. Let's get our rider back to automatic now. Sivakov's about to pass his 2 minute man there. Matteo Moschetti being passed by Sivakov. Sivakov goes into third, 8 seconds down. So some big times being beaten then. Skelmo's at second, 10 seconds out at the first time check. Can he hold on? He takes the best time at the first time check. At the second time check, Jorgensen coming through. 25 seconds, not good. Here we go. Josh Tarling, the man I said would win the stage. Josh Tarling for Team Sky, the British TT champion. There's another new best time, 20 seconds ahead of Skelmoza. Carapla's doing a pretty bad TT. He's already a minute down. Meanwhile, coming up behind him, Adam Yates for Team Hogarden, 58 seconds. Jesper Philipsen, the sprinter, a minute 50 down. Remco Evenepoel in the white pants, which of course we know white pants make you substantially faster. But Team T-Mobile sets the best time at that first time check. Where is Pogacar? He hasn't come through that first time check yet. Vingegaard is looking 34 seconds down at the first time check. He's not having a good TT to begin with. Here's Poggy. There he's 17 seconds down at the first time check. Poggy is losing time to Evenepoel and Tarling, I think. Not that Tarling's a big threat. But Remco Evenepoel, let's see how much he can put into these other riders. Whoa, look at that, 20 seconds into Tarling's time. Millier's coming across, but Vingegaard, he's the rider we're on the lookout for. He's 34 seconds down on Evenepoel at the first time check. Where's he going to be at the finish? He's pushing it hard to the line. He's getting ready to sprint 58 kilometers an hour. He's dying off slightly. He's losing a minute. Vingegaard losing a minute on the stage. There's our simulation rider, and there's Jonathan Milan. And here comes the man we're all looking at. Milan's still doing pretty well. He got 7th. Jonathan Milan got 7th in this TT. Whoa, that's my mistake for not following him. Bloody hell. And Tadej Pogacar comes across in third, 34 seconds down. Evenepoel taking substantial time out of his... yeah, Tarling. Yeah, bloody hell. Remco with the best time there. Blasov in the top 10, that's what I'm happy about. Those GCs pretty much the same. Team over with the yellow pants. Points classification still, well, Remco, but Tarling should maybe wear that jersey. Young rider is Remco as well. Team is, of course, T-Mobile Bianchi. Stage 1 is done. Let me get the Excel loaded in. Cool, can't remember where that is, so that can be later on. Stage 2 is a sprint stage, and we can get our rider to get out of the race as there is no TTTs. I guess we didn't really look through the route, but it's not super duper important. Favourites. So Milan is the favourite. He is 8th overall currently. He will not get enough bonus seconds to go into the lead. But he could get enough. But he could take the green jersey off Evenepoel, Philipsen, Miller, Bauhaus. All the big names are here. Moschetti. My bet is on Moschetti because, of course, biased. Okay, here we are on the start line. Our rider's got a -2. It's a bit of rain. We'll put our rider on 0 to begin with. The Russian champion is starting at the back, as is Moschetti. Unlucky. At the front is a small break forming, but it looks like Team Milram with Skelmos is wearing the white jersey on behalf of Evenepoel, who's in the other jerseys. Evenepoel, of course, in all yellow. Where is the green jersey? We said that would be Josh Tarling. Ooh, don't like this green jersey, but I like seeing Tarling in the green jersey. And no K1 points on offer. Groenewegen, the Dutch national champion, is here. Peloton, it seems content to let the breakaway go. 2 men up the road. Anderson and Jorgensen, 2 Danish riders. Small little lump in the road, 3 intermediate sprints, small little lump, and then pan flat finish. Let's get into this. There we go, that'll be a bit nicer now. Breakaway still got 2 minutes on the front of the peloton. It is Bahrain Victorious, Red Bull KTM HTC, and of course, well, Team Timo Bianchi showing their face at the front. The gap is 5 minutes. These riders both about 2.5 minutes down. Zoe is a puncture for Juan Pedro Lopez. Team Hogarth and Farm Frights, but he's back in the peloton. Let's get some tags on so we can see who and where people are. There's a top 10, I'll get top 10 youth as well, why not? So at the back seems to be Bora, Quick Step, Paul Seychelles. There's nothing really happening, so we'll fast forward it till we get to the end. Okay, intermediate sprint incoming. At the back, in the peloton, looks like riders are getting their sprinters up. There goes Philipsen being moved up by Red Bull KTM at the front. Anderson sprints away from Jorgensen, who just sits up to take maximum points here. In the peloton, we have Bauhaus leading up Milan. On the right, Moschetti through the middle with Corbin Strong, but on the left, Intermarché leading up no one. There goes Arnaud Delis, Milan. Hofstedt is up there. Moschetti way out of position. Philipsen also there. Muller, the European champion. Let's have a look at those positions. Moschetti with 3 points. Otherwise Milan, who is of course one of the favourites to take the green jersey, granting 15 points there. As the peloton resorts themselves, there's Red Bull KTM who rolls back to the front. Puncture for Lawrence de Plus, but he should get himself back into the pack. Small, looks like split happening potentially here. Bob Youngle's caught on the wrong side of it. Puncture for Milberger. The rain has just not been helpful to these riders. He's back up and he'll be sprinting into the peloton. The intermediate sprint incoming. 3 kilometers to go. The breakaway is only 1:56 up the road. It is Vandal for Team HTC Columbia on the front. Patrick Gamper there. Arkea sending someone in. Where are the rest of the big sprinters? Strong's up towards the front. All the action's happening here. It looks like Gamper. Bauhaus with a few blocks. Milan sitting in his wheel. Milan comes around the outside. It is Jonathan Milan versus Philipsen. Moschetti trying to get in fourth there, but Hugo Hofstetter, another great sprint by him. Christoph and the rest of the peloton rolling through there, but Milan looks to be the man to beat. Up the front, it was Anderson who once again sprinted away from Jorgensen. Thought that was a bit less important than seeing the sprinters all line up. And puncture for Dylan Groenewegen. He is back in the peloton with not too much drama. Greg Mulberger is still off the back after that puncture. He had a few kilometers to go. That intermediate sprint will not be helping. Peloton, the breakaway has been caught. Peloton slows a little bit. It does. The peloton slows significantly. 10k is the next intermediate sprint. There are 20 points on offer at each intermediate sprint. Sprinters will be trying hard out for this one now that there's no breakaway up the road, and it looks like the sprint trains are beginning to form once again. Corbin Strong up the front. He knows he's going to lead out his man Moschetti. Casper Van Uden for Team Milram. Tim Muller for HTC. Ah, that's who HTC has, Muller. Whereas Milan is sitting in the middle. There's 2.4k's to go. A bit of bunching. We see Blikra going for it with a nice little push. On the right hand side is Bauhaus. Where is Milan? Milan coming up out of nowhere. Muller on his wheel. Cyril Barth looks like he's going to take third there. Christoph and Hofstetter just about coming around. 12 rides off the back of the peloton for some reason. So a few crosswinds, but it's only 5 kilometers an hour. I think it's just riders who are distanced by that acceleration. 24 kilometers now to the finish line. Another small little hill here where we see some splits in the peloton. Is anyone going to push the pace up here? T-Mobile, HTC, but on the left hand side we have the train for Lemko Nepal. Nope, he's not. He's T-Mobile. But Milan's looking to get his train set up already, quite early there. The Polish TT champion, Filip, has been dropped. Maurau Schmidt there for Team Red Bull KTM. Any smaller teams here? See Shas taking the piss. Yeah, fair enough. Hey, 4 riders have been dropped at the back. Who is that? Ben Turner's gone. Seneschal, Van Niekerk, and Milberger. They are gone out of contention, perhaps losing time to try and go on the break tomorrow. But we have 3 main sprint trains here. The HTC train for Muller. Buggy has punctured. Bad timing for the Frenchman. Not too far off the back though, so it's lucky for him. Bahrain victorious for Milan. Pedersen sitting behind them. The smaller teams are getting their riders all up in the way. Lotto's got a small lead out for Deli there. HTC for Muller and Groupama FDJ. Who are they getting in the mix for? Dylan Groenewegen on the right hand side. They're mixing in with Red Bull KTM. Mapai have got 3 riders towards the front, Corbin, Strong, Rikonov and Muschietti, but it looks like Muschietti is going to be hiding behind the likes of, who is that? Lamperty or Delete? 10 kilometers to go now. Schmid fancies himself a sprinter. There's Caden Groves on the back of Muller. Looking at the way it's going, I hope Muschietti wins, but I doubt it based on how we've seen the acceleration so far. It looks like a day for Milan to lose the Italian in his home race. Heading back to this back bunch here, Buggy has been caught by the group of chasers behind. Schmid on the front for Philipsen and Red Bull KTM. Remco's chilling up towards the front, as is Tadej Pogacar. Vingegaard there also. 4.5 kilometers to go. It's looking maybe a little bit slightly uphill, but nothing too major. Heading along at 47 k's an hour behind Groves. Behind Muller is Groves, Hofstetter, Christoph. Each train has got a few other sprinters sitting in behind. I think Muschetti's in the wrong train there. 1.8 kilometers to go. The sprinters, the lead-out men are leading them out. Court Nielsen on the left-hand side. Muller needs to jump now, but he's jumping a little bit too late. Bauhaus has gone through it, but it's Milan in the middle, and no one can even get close to him. What a ride by Jonathan Milan. More riders distance from the peloton. That's Robinson in the breakaway. Is that group of 6 coming across the line now? Buggy, Seneschal, Turner, Vandal, Gamper also there now, and of course Mulberger way out the back. Podium. Well done, Jonathan Milan taking the stage. Winning the bunch sprint for all those points as well. Remco still in the lead. Milan, I think, up a position, I want to say, in GC. Otherwise, oh, Vlasov's dropped out of the top 10. For fuck's sake, Vlasov, you've lost time. Or Pedersen gained bonus seconds. Milan, of course, in the points jersey. Almost double that of Pedersen, who's in second. Remco still in white. T-Mobile still leading the team's classification, and no mountain jersey as of yet. Any time gaps on the stage? Nope, just those riders who were dropped out the back, and of course the withdrawal of our rider from Indonesia. Looking at GC, a few changes. Vlasov down 3, it's just positioning in the bunch, I guess. Mads Pedersen up 4, Sivakov down, Vakulin down. Yeah, Mobberg got the KOM, absolutely. Milan is 5th there. Points jersey, obviously Milan. Pedersen up, no mountain. Youth still pretty much the same. Team is still the same. Stage 3. Jeez, where the hell do the mountain points turn up here? Okay. And at the finish line, I think, yep, whoever wins the stage will be in the KOM jersey. A few little pan flat, little tiny uphill sprint. I think still a sprint though. Milan's still the favourite. Phillips and Miller. This time I think I'm going to go for, I think Caden Groves has got it in him to take the stage. Not liking this stage. Interesting. Oh, don't crash on me. Cool. Well, that was fun. Let's just wait for that to restart. How good. Okay, welcome back. Race 16, let's go. Hit the favorites. Let's get into it. If it crashes again, I'll lower the graphics. Ah, you bastard, come on. Oh, it's crashed again. Cool. How good. Ah. Cool. Well, that's an exciting bloody tour. Oh, absolutely. Okay, let's go here again. Let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, look, it didn't. Fucking hell. Okay, let's just wait like a few minutes and see if it actually loads. If it doesn't, then, well, I don't know what we're gonna do. We have to call up the other people. And just wait a long time and see if it takes a long time to load. Grr. Hey, there we go, just taking ages to load. Thank God for that. Woof! What a time. We are back. Just a heavy stage, is it? Bloody hell. Anyway, let's get these name tags on. Oh, I don't like the graphics. I'm going to turn them back up again after this stage. Once again, no mountain points on offer, but there is GC points. Who's in? You see Milan in green, Evenepoel in yellow, and the white jersey is pretty hard to see with these white jerseys, so let's just go through this way. Tarling, right? Yes, Tarling in white. Out in front, 3-man breakaway 2 from Quickstep, Dion Smith, Matthias Norsgaard, and another rider from the Bora squad. They're being allowed to escape. Oh, look at this. Just plain streets. Don't like that. But the main thing is we are back. Here we go, intermediate sprint inbound. Breakaway's got 4 minutes up the road. Who will quick step sprint for? Either rider. None of them have any sprint points. Here we go. It is the rider from Bora who sprints for it. The two riders from Quick Step just look at each other. In the peloton behind, it is Gamper leading out Cavagna now. Kwiatkowski up there. Where is Milan? There's Bauhaus on the right-hand side. Corbin Strong going for the intermediate sprint points here. Arnaud Deli. It was Corbin Strong leading out Moschetti, but Moschetti was nowhere near the wheel. What a muck-up. And where is Milan? Milan's not even there. Here he comes now. Corbin Strong, what the fuck, man. Bidiot, Moschetti, what the fuck. Yeah, Kwiatkowski the puncture, unlucky. Yeah, nothing much really happening. Gap is reducing. Another puncture for a rider. Is that the Canadian TT champion? It was. .6 Ks to go to the next intermediate sprint. Corbin Strong moving up. Where the fuck's Moschetti? Get on his wheel, buddy. The peloton's about to catch a breakaway. 30 seconds behind. Harry Sweeney leading out. Remy Cavagna in second. Where's Milan? He's too far back. Once again, Axel Laurence on the right hand side. Here comes Milan out of nowhere. Never mind. Bauhaus leading him out. 1.9 kilometers to go. Hayden Groves through the middle, Moschetti mixing in, but on the right hand side is Melier who dive bombs for it, and he gets first, I think, ahead of Dion Smith. Nope, Smith takes it just ahead of Melier. Groves, Milan. The breakaway mixed in there. Small splits in the peloton behind. They will try to form up back together. Three right out the back, Smith, Murray, and Northgard. Northgard, of course, spinning all day in the break, pulling big turns. The train now gets a little bit more exciting. We get a little bit of uphill before we go up a small hill to finish. It's all back together at the front. It's HTC and the Red Bull KTM pushing the pace. Remco Evenepoel of Team T-Mobile Bianchi just chilling up near the front. No one's protecting him, I see. He's just chilling by himself. Oh no, he's got Timo Kielich up there at the front protecting him. 23 Ks to go, everyone's just pushing the pace, getting their sprint trains ready, because it looks like it could most certainly be a sprint, but it'll all be about who keeps the energy, who can hold the energy at the end. 20 kilometers to go. There we have it. Team Bahrain victorious on the right hand side of the road for Jonathan Milan. Through the middle it's HTC for Melier, with Court, Melier and Axel Laurence all fighting for that same wheel. It's a big train for Team HTC Columbia. Red Bull KTM swerving all over the road. A few yellow cards being handed out today. Some of the smaller sprinters not even in position. And some small splits happening behind. Ben Turner once again dropped. There's Moschetti, who's behind Deli, who's behind Melier. Moschetti's got a better wheel. This time Cyril Barth trying to move Groenewegen into a good position. He's fighting for the wheel of Court Nielsen. On the right hand side is Vermeesch moving up for Team T-Mobile Bianchi. Who did I say was going to win? I said Groves, right? Yeah, especially since Melier's now on the wheel of Groves and Vermeesch is on the wheel of Court Nielsen. 12 Ks to go. Still a fierce pace, and we are going uphill, so we might see some splits in the peloton. Poggy keeping safe towards the front, as is Vino Korov. Groshada first in the sprint train. I guess. 8 kilometers to go. The terrain will picks up a little bit from here. Small little hill. Average 2.7%, max 6.4. It's not one for the faint-hearted. Some of the sprinters who cannot climb, like Muschietti, might not make it. Remember, there are mountain points on offer. We could see a sprinter go into the lead of the mountain jersey. Deli has lost his lead out, and he is switching back and forth across the road. There's some major deviations there by Arnaud Deli, the Belgian national champion. We're in the about to hit the tough bit of the hill. 4 kilometers to go. There's his lead out there. Maro Schmidt through the middle for Philipsen. There's Milberger there. He's already 10 minutes down on GC. Yeah, 3Ks to go. Is someone going to launch a sprint, or is it too hard for them? Miller sitting in third wheel. I think Miller might possibly have it with Court Nielsen here. 2 kilometers to go. No one's launched their sprint quite just yet. There goes Maro Schmidt. Dries de Bont in second wheel. Philipsen. He's being blocked a little bit by his lead out. Court Nielsen, Miller, Philipsen. Here comes Milan on the right hand side, but through the middle is Luke Lamperty for Team Sky out of nowhere. The American takes stage 3 of the Tour de France.
Well, nobody can dispute that win. It was very well deserved.
What an interesting finish. Don't think there'll be time gaps because it's classed as a sprint stage. Where the hell's Muschietti outside top 10? How good.
Waiting for the back markers.
Who's lost time? Abrahamson, Turner again, Philipsen. Prince, the same lads as last time. Inkhorn, Vandal, Sweeney, Gamper, and of course, right at the back, Matthias Norsgaard. Lamperty goat, absolutely. Let's have a look at that podium. There he is, the rider from Team Sky, Luke Lamperty, on the podium. Looking good in the yellow. Team Sky kit. Philipsen second, Milan third. Remco Evenepoel still leading. Looks like a few changes once again at the back end of the top 10, but nothing too major. Milan up to third in the overall classification. Best climber Luke Lamperty gets to wear the polka dot jersey on tomorrow's stage. Well done to him. Milan still in green. Remco still in white. Team Mobile in the team classification. Any time splits? Nope, just a few riders. Abrahamson, Turner still losing more time. Looking across the GC, Milan up 2 positions, Poggy down to 4th, Scamoza down, Pedersen up, Vlasov up, Hirogot's down, they're all at the same time anyway. Philipsen into 2nd in the points classification. Mountain, of course, Luke Lamperty for Team Sky. Young rider still Remco Evenepoel, and Team Mobile Bianchi leading. Stage 4 gets a little bit more lumpy. We've got some actual mountain points on offer. 60 points at the finish. Oh, look at that. Looks like we could see some splits happening there. Pogacar is the favourite for Evenepoel. Then a sprinter. Jesper Philipsen must be the hill stat. A bit of the punchiness there. Maxim Van Gils and Mads Pedersen. I reckon it's a Scalvo's stage. That's what I reckon. Let's get all the jerseys up. Let's see what's happening. All these names flying everywhere. Let's have a close look at the terrain. It is really just shitty up and down the whole day until near the end. So I mean, there's maybe a bit of rest for the sprinters towards the end, but if they can keep up on the terrain, that is Two riders in the break. Once again, it is a rider from Bora and a rider from Quickstep. This time it's Uterbrooks and the Romo. Two riders who could lead their own, I guess, Pro Conti team in a race like this. Anyone else joining them on today's stage? Nope. The peloton is happy just to let them ride up the road. Even Apollo finds himself on the front. Team Sky is working. Who is Team Sky's GC leader? Must be Pidcock, right? Pid is. Seychelles is only 17. What the hell? Oh well. Let's speed it up. Intermediate sprint point followed closely by a KOM point. We'll see what happens in the breakaway at the sprint. Then we'll head back to the peloton as the sprint points are quite highly contested. It is Red Bull KTM, Team Sky, Timo Bianchi, Credit Agricole on the front. 7 minutes is the gap. It must be a long bloody stage today, is it? 192 Ks, another, well, I guess they're all long, the Tour de France. By continuously going up and down, that does not look fun to me. Do we think the break's going to win? I think not. I mean, the gap is widening, but still over 100 Ks to go. Here we go, intermediate sprint with the breakaway. Neither of these riders forgot points, and it is Uterbrooks who launches first. Romo tries to get into the back of his wheel, but Uterbrooks takes maximum points, and of course the 3 bonus seconds if that is what he was after. Back in the peloton with 6 Ks to go, we see Red Bull KTM pushing the pace. Milram sending a few riders up towards the front. Niels Eckhoff protecting Tadej Pogacar. He's sitting up near the front. We know that's a pretty dangerous place to be. 5 Ks to the sprint. Are we seeing the sprinters coming forward? Where is Jonathan Milan? There he is there. He's been led out by Paul Gigot. Sorry, not Paul, just Gigot. My mistake. Josh Tarling chilling in here. The gap is 8 minutes 30, so definitely not a day for the breakaway. A few riders, are they pushing off the front, or they're trying to lead their sprinters out? Not sure, but Milan finds himself right at the front now. Philipsen side by side, 1.5 Ks to the intermediate sprint now. Philipsen launches first. Milan was blocked. Milan just does a little gentle push to roll around in front of his teammates. Pedersen way out of position. At the front, we see Romo attacking for the mountain points. Uterbrooks comes around at the last second. Unlucky for the rider from Team Bora. Back in the peloton, it's still a stalemate. 3 kilometers to the top. Will we see them fight for these mountain points? Don't think so. It looks like it's just going to be the domestics. Steimler or Groenewegen could be high up in these mountain points. Nope, never mind. Tarling takes over, takes 3rd in that classification. Still Uterbrooks. So Uterbrooks and Lamperty first equal. Yeah, the gap to the peloton is reducing now. We're back down to 8 minutes 30. 133 Ks to go. I still think it's a day for the peloton. Uterbrooks and Romo. Is Uterbrooks actually taking turns? He is. Look at this beautiful scenery. I forgot to increase the graphics again. Anyway, another mountain point incoming. Will we see a masterclass by Uterbrooks once again? 1.6 Ks to the top. The gap to the breakaways, or to the peloton, 7 minutes. Uterbrooks launches first. This time Romo's sitting in his wheel. Romo comes around and they're both sprinting for it. Romo's trying to jam him in the gutter, and he does. And he sits up. But okay, so that's 1 mountain point each to either of them. Rider out the back of the peloton, Pierre Latour for some reason. Now he's back in the bunch. Luke Lamperty not even trying to get mountain points. I mean, I would if I were him. Nope, nothing really happening here or worth mentioning. Intermediate sprint coming in 6 kilometers time for the breakaway. Are they going to sprint for it? Looks like they are. Uterbrooks goes for it. Romo has nothing. Tries to follow. Back in the peloton, 3.9 kilometers to go. Bauhaus is moving up, but where is Milan? There's Milan there. Philipsen is sitting on the wheel of Yves the Pole, possibly the wheel of Milan. No other sprinters are getting in the mix. Jonathan Milan now on the back of Le Surf. There goes Philipsen, long range attack onto the wheel of Maro Schmid. Milan being let out. Milan coming out on the right hand side of the road. Philipsen has the inside edge and takes it just. And the gap to the breakaway is only 4 minutes now because of the work by the sprinters. One more categorized climb of the day, or today, so another 6 points on offer. The winner of this KOM will take the KOM jersey out of these two, assuming these two stay away till then. Looks like they will, as their gap is increasing ever so slightly. Who do I pick's going to take it? I say not Uterbrooks. I reckon Romo will take it. Well, the Romo's on the front now, 1.7 Ks to the top. Little bit of excitement now with the Brooks sitting in second. Romo is the first to launch. We saw from the last few sprints you don't want to be the first to launch. You want to be second, you want to be able to come around the outside, but Romo takes the inside edge here. 300 meters to go. Uther Brooks is blocked by Romo. What a tactical move. Romo will be in the KOM jersey tomorrow in the peloton once again. Nothing is happening. Kuhl. Now it's just undulating terrain until we get to the sprint finish. If we see any action, we will slow it down, but otherwise there's not much happening. Beautiful landscape though, whoever's done the stage. He's done a beautiful job. Yeah, the gap is just melting away now. 3 minutes 38, and we haven't dropped anyone on any of these smaller climbs, so it's going to be a full bunch sprint. Two minutes is the gap to the breakaway with 23 kilometers to go. We see this cheeky little attack off the front. Ben Healy's going for it now. Ben Healy, the puncher, the Irish puncher, he is being countered over the top by Barr. Louis Barr has attacked. Ramo's attacking from the breakaway and out the back of the peloton. Brenner Norsgaard and Muller has been dropped. That's unlucky for him. Court Nielsen is now trying something on the the last little real punchy climb. It's a 6% gradient. He's going for it. Who is going to work on the front? Arkea sends the bar up the road. Bilbao tries something but can't quite get there. Piganzoli rolling across to the front. Rikonov, the Russian road race champion for Team Mapai, trying something now. Interesting by him. Alexander Vlasov in the mix. Vlasov, former Russian champion. Ah, for fuck's sake, don't sit up, man. Keep going, keep pushing next to Remco. Fucking hell. Okay, the breakaway has been caught. 12 Ks to go. Seychelles now tries something for Team Sky. Oh, gonna be pulling my hair out now at Vlasov as he does bullshit tactics. Get up the peloton, buddy. Get up the peloton. Sit up the front with like Yates. Or Pogacar. Yves Napolsky looks like he's marking the likes of Tadej Pogacar. 9 kilometers to go. It's roughly downhill to the finish. There goes Ben Healy. No, Thomas Glog once again. Team Sky, another man on the offensive. Max Paul is spooling up there for Credit Agricole and the peloton. Andreas Kron gets blocked by Cool there. Warren Bagui, the Frenchman, on the attack. 17 seconds is the gap. 5.2 kilometers to go. Everyone's taking the energy gel. There's Luke Lamperty. He's up in the mix now. Tadej Pogacar is making a move. Remy Cavagna for Red Bull KTM is all over the road. 4 kilometers to go. Nick Schultz leading out Albert Philipsen. But Thomas Glog on the front. These three men have a small gap advantage over the peloton. Lamperty on the right-hand side, 2.5 Ks to go. Their breakaway has been caught. Out of nowhere, Ben Turner dive bombs into Lamperty's wheel. 1.3 Ks to go. It is Ben Turner leading out Thomas Pidcock. Skelmos is about to come around. Pidcock comes out of the wheel. Team Sky is about to win the stage. Skelmos tries to come around him. Pidcock, second stage win for Team Sky, and Ben Turner makes it third place. Mads Pedersen in fourth. What an exciting finish. There might be some time splits in this bunch. Who the hell knows what's happened? Small bunch out the back. Northgard, Alexander, Christoph, Muller, Bruno, and Jorgensen. Let's have a look at that podium. Thomas Pitcock takes the stage. No time gap between him and the peloton. Skelmoser in second, followed by Ben Turner. Evenepoel in 10th. Changing to in the GC, Milan back down to 4th. Skelmoser up to 3rd. Maybe a few changes around here, but nothing too major. Best Cliver, Javier Romo for Team Bora Hansgrohe. Milan still in the green jersey, but only 23 points ahead of Mads Pedersen. Remco Evenepoel still in the white jersey, and Team Mobile Bianchi still in the team's classification. Have a look at any time gaps in the stage. No, just these 5 riders out the back. Looking at GC, yes, Scammos are up 2, Milan and Poggi down 1, Mads Pedersen up to 2nd, Romo taking the mountain jersey, minor changes there, teams no change. Stage 5, another kind of punchy stage. Does anything get exciting? We get another sprint stage before we stop for the day, so the second week looks to be the good week, or even that cobble stage there. But favourites once again, Pogacar, Pidcock, Evenepoel, Van Heels and Philipsen. I reckon Skelmos has got it again. I backed him last time, he didn't quite have it. Maybe I forgot the graphics. Oh well, not major.
Wish I could tell you that I want you here with me, but you'll never love me like the way we used to be. Too far from Saturn, lost in the patterns. Where's the stars aligned?
Tarling still in white on behalf of Evenepoel. Robo in that mountain jersey, and once again it is a quick step rider in the breakaway. Romo's not going to defend his KOM jersey. Interesting choice by the team. Uther Brooks is going into the break as well. He wants that KOM jersey, it's his. So it's Uther Brooks, De Bont and Dion Smith. Interesting. 3 intermediate sprints on offer today and a few KOM points there also. Another day for the peloton. Looks to be a more of a GC day than a sprinters day. Oh, first intermediate sprint incoming. Uther Brooks sprints for De Bont in second, and Dion Smith settles for third. In the peloton, do we see the sprinters coming to the fore? We do. Deleuze moving up. There's Philipsen there. Where is Milan?
I hope that you know I never wanted to be gold. I think it's the only way I know to be alone.
Or is no one actually going to go for it? Okay, interesting choice. No, there we go. Philipsen on the right hand side sprinting against Deleuze. Philipsen going to take maximum points, leftover points here. Milan nowhere in sight. Philipsen now equals Mads Pedersen, second equal in that classification. Another intermediate sprint inbound. Uther Brooks once again sprinting for some unknown reason. In the peloton, I mean Lamperty is working on the front, Deleuze, Philipsen's moving up. Where the hell is Jonathan Milan? He's way back, he's just chilling at the back of the peloton. Okay, interesting. Philipson is closing the gap between them in the points classification.
Toughest pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't
Philipson goes for it, and Pedersen's also there too. Lamperty taking third across the line. Let's have a look at what happens now. Philipsen now only 10 points behind Milan in the green jersey classification. It's a bit closer than he wanted, I reckon. KOM points on offer. Now we should see Utterbrooks moving up. Utterbrooks just needs to gain a few more. How many points does Utterbrooks need? He needs 2 points to equal him. Utterbrooks launches on the right hand side. It is the Bont though. The Bont takes it ahead of Utterbrooks, who's now first equal with Remo. Oh, there's a crash in the pack by Peter Rukanov. Please don't die. He is not the Russian champion, is back up again. Another KOM point incoming. Utterbrooks will be fighting for that. He is. Dion Smith in second wheel. The Bont has 2 riders to go around this time. But the Bont has the sprint. The Bont takes him on the inside. Even Smith almost takes over Utterbrooks. But Utterbrooks is now the virtual KOM leader. Back at the peloton, Tim Miller. He's struggling up these climbs. The European road race champion. Category 3 climb now on offer. 6 points at the top. Utterbrooks is sprinting for it, but once again the Bont around the outside. Takes it with ease. Small splits happening in the peloton, but they're all back together. The back is Tim Miller. He is done for. Hopefully he makes time cut today. Peloton being led by Lotto, Seneschal, Lotto, Arkea, Sky and Milram. Nice little descent before an intermediate sprint, then a hill, and then a category 2 climb. Two riders have been dropped, Moschetti and Christoph. And Dion Smith has been dropped from the breakaway. Just Utterbrooks and De Bont left. Utterbrooks takes the green points. In the peloton, will it be Philipsen? It is. Philipsen launches from the peloton. Pedersen coming up now to take the next lot of points. Philipsen now in the green jersey, 3 points ahead of Jonathan Milan. Not Pedersen, Philipsen, sorry, yeah. We see Milan now dropped out the back of the peloton by going through these roundabouts. Where is his team? Is his team going to protect him, or are they going for their GC leader today? Back to the front. Oh, puncture for Mark Hirsch. Probably the wrong moment for that. Will he get back into the peloton, or is he just reserved to sitting up? Looks like 50-50. Back in at the front, Utterbrooks is about to be caught by the peloton. There's 20 kilometers to go. It's not a sprint stage today. It's a rolling hill. Tarling been spending a lot of time at the front of the race now, wasting a lot of energy. Lukanov at the front. It must mean Vlasov is feeling good. Corbin Strong's protecting him, not the likes of Youngles or some of the other freaking climbers that I hired. Mark Hirsch out of contention. He's already 230 down. Well, 143 down. He'll be losing more time today. Josh Tarling on the front using his TT skills, towing the peloton up along the flats before they hit the final hill of the day. 4.2% max, 9.1%. Niels Pollard, the German TT champion, sitting in second wheel for Remco Evenepoel. Pogacar's up there, Evenepoel's up there, 11 kilometers to go. We're on ×1 now. We're starting the climb.
Only 10 kilometers left.
That's actual kind of a sprint stage, not a mountain stage. Anyway, at the front it is Nick Schultz for Team Milram. That's Skelmos' team on the front. Skelmos is feeling really good today. Tadej Pogacar's in second wheel. Vingegaard is up there. Evenepoel, all the big names. Bilbao, Van Heels, Pollitt. Where the fuck is Vlasov? Vlasov, get your ass up there. You're too far back in the peloton, man. 7Ks to go. Lipovitz sitting in behind Pollitt there. Timo Bianchi with quite a few domestics left. Riders are just dropping like flies from the back of the peloton. 6.3 kilometers to go. They're gone through the easy-ish bit of climb. Vlasov, move your fucking ass up the peloton, man. Ben Turner up at the front once again. Is he going to go for a punchy attack? Who quite knows? He's got Seychelles in his wheel. That's what's happening. Or Pidcock. 3.6 kilometers to go. Are we going to see an attack now? Because it's the last final mountain segment of the race. Where's Pogacar? Pogacar is... They got the sprinters now. Mads Pedersen here on the right-hand side of the road. Interesting change of events here. We dodgy as roundabout. 1.8 kilometers to go through the middle. It's Ben Turner leading out Paul Seychelles. Paul Seychelles through the middle. He's got a small gap there, but Pidcock on the right-hand side coming around. And it's a second stage win for Tom Pidcock. The third for Team Sky. Pedersen takes second. Bloody hell. What a tour for Team Sky. There should be some time gaps on today's stage. Big losers, of course, who missed out on punctures at the wrong time. Tim Miller, of course, way out the back. He's still climbing the hill. He'll make time cut today. He's going to be fine. I mean, Lamperty. What did I say wrong? Oh, I missed the podium. Apologies. Anyway, Thomas Pidcock takes the stage win again. Any time splits? Yes, Magnus Cort takes the first time split. Who loses time? Godou loses time. Buggy, Donovan, Minkies loses time. Bennett, Mulberger, Riccatello, Fogelsang. Blah, 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 blah. Let's have a look at the GC now. Remco still leading. Skelmos are up. Pretty much everyone in the top 10 has gone up. So Skelmos are Poggy. Pedersen still up there. For now, the terrain is still quite versatile for him. Campanarts is still here. That's an interesting take. Vlasov in the top 10. Hell yeah. Vingegaard just a minute down. Points jersey is Pedersen. Pedersen takes over Philipsen with that stage win. A very, very change in the green jersey. Mountain, of course, Uta Brooks just overtakes Romo. Young rider still Remco and T-Mobile Bianchi. Stage 6 looks to be a bit more exciting. Quite a few more intermediate points and quite a few hills. Let's see some damage being done. Two intermediate sprints right off the gun. Will that cause some of the sprinters' trains to push the pace early on? I think it will. But they're not. Remember, Uta Brooks is up the road. He wants more of those mountain points. He's trying to take a domestic with him, Dion Smith, but he's not been allowed to escape quite so easily. He's going to join on with Alexander Camp and Paquot. Nope, he's not. Smith is just sitting up. Where are the big sprinters? There's Carlos Rodriguez there. He's moving up with Axel Laurence. The sprinters coming forward. There we go. There's Philipsen. Sprinting up, passing the breakaway on the roundabouts. What a classic sprint that is. And behind him, no one really cares too much, but Philipsen's trying to get closer to the green jersey of Mads Pedersen. Milan's no longer in green. Milan didn't partake in the intermediate sprints of last. Will the break be able to form up now, or will there still be more people going for the second intermediate sprint? They've been allowed to form up. 3 minutes is the gap. Here comes the intermediate sprint now, 900 meters, as Uterbrook's going to challenge for it once again. Wasting his energy on the green jersey. No, he's not. Back of the peloton, there's Philipsen being led out by Gamper. Mulberger on the right-hand side. Mulberger, you said, oh, the Grossschartner is your GC lead. The Grossschartner, there's 2 minutes 18 down. That's very, very unlucky. Anyway, moving up now, we've got a Category 3 climb with 6 points on offer, followed by a Category 1 climb with 15 points on offer. Will Uterbrook's be able to hold into this breakaway until then? Who else is in there? We have Gibraltar of Team Dimension Data, Paquot, Camp, and Debont. Debont, of course, is only 8 points behind in that mountain jersey. Debont has got the sprint, though. Debont takes more mountain points away from Uterbrook's. There's only 5 points separating them. Alexander Camp continues the attack. Look at this beautiful terrain. Just wait until we get PCM 25 graphics. Whew. 7.5 Ks to a Category 1 climb now. Vinokourov has punctured for Team Groupama FDJ. Uterbrook is the first to launch. The Bond has been caught out here on the right hand side of the road. He's moving up, trying to move up on the left. 900 meters, I think he's too far back down the peloton to take first. Uterbrook's just, dies. God damn it, Uterbrook's. Why would you do that, man? Uterbrook's will take second over the top, though. Will that be enough to hold on to the King of the Mountains jersey? We'll have to wait until the peloton rolls through. And it is Uterbrook holds on by 2 points as the Remo attacks from the peloton. He wants that KOM jersey back again. Puncture for Steinhauser as the whole Milram team goes back. Nope, just small splits at the back of the peloton. Looking at the terrain for the next few kilometers looks quite tough. Then an intermediate sprint, and then it's the same climb again. That's just 3 laps of the same course. Oh, it's a tough course. Anyway, the breakaway's got... How long is the stage? Holy shit. 241 kilometers. Bloody hell, these riders just got nothing left in their legs. Anyway, I will be right back, so I'll leave this on ×2 for now.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%. As they go over the top, the riders breathe a sigh of relief and hope to recover a bit on the way down. The pace is really hot, so for the moment, we shouldn't see too many attacks. Ball is just happening in the peloton. Several riders are on the ground. Some team managers mustn't appreciate.
And I'm back. Yeah, exactly. Like, what the hell? This tour is already insane enough. But these riders are just crying. Nope. There we go. Okay, intermediate sprint incoming, 5.42 kilometers time. Right, the gap's 8 minutes, but it's still not a day for the breakaway, because it's still over 100 k's to go.
There's a sustained rhythm at the moment. Some riders definitely won't be able to keep up.
And no one's going for these intermediate points, are they? Wow. In the peloton, 8 minutes back. DeLee, Lamperty working on the front. Where's Phillipson? We should see him come up to the front shortly.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages
Not even Phillipson's going for these points. That's how tough of a race this is. Jeez, look how many Belgian riders there are in the top 10 of the points classification. Interesting. Ventana punctures at the wrong time. Lawrence Hughes and geez, both these riders having a bad tour, losing time on every stage, crashing out today. Team Lotto, Sky and Milram on the front. Oh, beautiful countryside though. No points there on that lap, so don't worry, we don't miss anything. These really skinny roads for a great attack. Well, Niels Eckhoff has crashed. Big crash in the pack. Big crash, big crash, big crash. But Niels Eckhoff is not continuing. Oh, first DNF of our tour. Where is that? What stage are we on? 6, right?
be happy with the breakaway.
6. Riccatello's at the back now as well for Team Border. Everyone else who crashed is upright and continuing. Back to the breakaway, there is a category 3 climb now on offer at the top of this little peak here. With the Brooks, of course, fighting the Bont for the mountain jersey. With the Brooks moving up on the right hand side slightly. Fall by David Godu. David Godu has fallen. He's back up though. There's no big danger there. One Poggy helper out. Thirdly, with the Brooks late minute push to the line takes maximum points there. I think the Bont got 3rd. He did, so that's another increase in the gap between them. Let's just double check the health of David Godu. Who does David Godu ride for?
They really
I think
are
it's
moving. The pack
Benfica,
hasn't
right?
strung out too far, or it's
Yes.
going to start breaking up.
He's back up in the peloton. That's good then. Continuing along, 33k is the next point of, you know, oh, over the top. Phillipson and his train are losing contact. Grobschartner goes back to help Jasper Phillipson back into the peloton. That's unlucky. Ahead of them is, looks like the sprinters Gruppetto, Melair, Groenewegen, Moschetti, Eddie, yes it is.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Eddie gets to go, 4 minutes is the gap. They are not, Breaker's not making it. Puncture for Vinokourov once again at a bad time. He is back in the peloton. Looking back, Jorgensen has been dropped. Also, he joins the group of sprinters and the Philipsen group with, of course, that the whole team is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who is missing from Red Bull KTM from here? Ha! Dries de Bont, of course, he's in the breakaway. Ha 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 ha. So the whole Red Bull KTM squad is here, back with Jasper Philipsen at the back of the race, except for their rider de Bont, who is up in. It was back in. Well, because Philipsen's more important than GC, man. Of course, of course. The only hope now for Red Bull KTM is that the Bond can get the KOM jersey. Oh yeah, I know Philipsen won't do anything this stage, you're right. But like, and de Bont takes maximum points there. He's now first equal with Utebrooks in that KOM classification. One more KOM, lot of points on offer. Whoever takes us out of the two will wear the jersey the next stage. One kilometer to the top, they've dropped their other breakaway companions. It's really stupid. It's your Brutheimer. He attacks. De Bont is moving up to second wheel. Utebrooks has got nothing to respond with. Dries de Bont could be riding himself into the KOM jersey here as he overtakes the Eritrean, the rider. He takes first, he beats Utebrooks. He's going to be in that KOM jersey tomorrow. Remember, in the peloton, a fierce pace is being set by Ben Turner, Eddie Dunbar. Vingegaard is up towards the front. Milan is still here. Yeah, not for long. Buitrago is being moved up onto the offensive. They have a breakaway. Buitrago is launching over the top of this climb. There were some tactical moves, that was.
It's less physically exhausting than a climb, but it's more stressful as the riders must choose their trajectory well and maintain a good
More splits happening at the back of the peloton.
tire. It seems to be catching.
Riders struggling to keep up in the wheel. Where the fuck is Vlasov? There he is there. Get your ass up the peloton, buddy. You're going to lose time on some of these corners. As we see, Buitrago's already made 30 seconds on the peloton. And a fall in the peloton. Oh, fucking Vlasov! Ugh! Buddy. Buddy. Mollema's down. Gregoire. Pedersen was down too. The whole Mapai squad has come back. Bob Youngles, Corbin Strong, Jakob Fogelsang. They're all trying to get him back into contention. At the front of the peloton, it is... Well, Buitrago's now got 40 seconds on the Campenuts-led Pogacar peloton. Even the pole. There's Vlasov. Vlasov's back in. Thank God. Now get your ass up the peloton so you don't crash again, buddy. Am I seeing splits in this peloton, buddy? You better not be at the back half of this. Of course you are. Anyway, 33 Calais to go. Buitrago is still on the offensive. Great ride from the rider. Great race from the rider from Team Bahrain, victorious. Well, the gap is now 24 seconds. Who's on the pace pushing? It is Team Milram and Team Lotto. Victor Campenuts is there. More riders being distanced by the ferocious pace. The breakaway is only just up the road. They will not survive to take the stage.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its
Mate, if you want to talk about stupid, we go back to the NCL Beer Manager Season 1, before the proper season started. I had Quintana, and I think it was Barguil or something. And they waited for each other, even though one of them was 8th in GC. They both waited for each other, and they lost like 10 minutes on a stage. Really pissed me off. Anyway, Niels Pollitt on the front. The breakaway has been caught. Few riders have been distanced here. Did I see Vlasov? He's back in the peloton, looking good. Vlasov, Youngles is there. Fogelsang is dead. Come on, protect him. Protect. Vlasov's missing the split again as we see Rodriguez push the pace. Not Rodriguez, Sivakov over the top of the hill. Rodriguez, Pogacar, Skelmos, Vingegaard. Pidcock is there. Can Pidcock take a third stage win? Even the pole is being forced to chase now. Lipovitz is in his wheel. Other teammates are there. Mark Hirsch, Van Giels, Jorgensen. Vlasov needs to move up, buddy, up. all coming back together now. Even the Ben Healy group is back with the Louis Minkies. 19 kilometers, a nice little descent. One more climb to go. Will we see an attack from Pogacar up that final climb? We see an attack from Pogacar now. Vingegaard was the first to react. Skelmoser, Rodriguez, Sivakov. Sivakov's looking great this tour so far. Evenepoel's actually in the move. Vlasov still chilling near the back in the wrong bloody place. My team must love me. Yelling at them on TV to go harder. I'm that manager who's like blah 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 blah. Race harder. Uterbrooks Remo out of contention. Tarling is back. George Bennett has punctured. Why am I caring? He's way out the contention, man. Back at the front, 11 kilometers to go. We're about to hit this final small climb. Steinhauser on the front for Skelmoser. Skelmoser in the white jersey on behalf of Remco. The fuck's Vlasov? Don't set the back, Vlasov. Move your ass up. I mean, David Godu. Stay in front of David Godu. Hill's getting tougher. I'm expecting another Poggy attack. Rui Costa's still here. Rui Costa's fading a bit. But well done to Rui Costa for being up this far, former world champion. 6.1 k's to go. There he goes. There goes Pogacar on the left hand side. Vingegaard and Pollitt. Evenepoel being blocked by Erlotti there. Pidcock, he counters. The 3 men up the road. Poggy, Vingegaard, Pidcock, and everyone's kind of back together again. Who has been distanced off the back? Seychelles, Kron, Dunbar back at the front. Vingegaard counters over the top. 3.5 kilometers to go. Carapaz now. Can he get a stage win in this tour? Another split at the back. Vlasov is distant. Skelmos is distant. Rodriguez. It's downhill to the finish line. It should just be a mass sprint. Who's going to take it? Carapaz, Vingegaard on the right hand side. Vingegaard with the last little push to the line. Looks like there might be a little time gap here. Perhaps. Either way, not a nice stage. Vlasov, please have kept up. What an interesting race, especially for Red Bull, right? One more stage for today, then we give up. Jorgensen and Holmes last on the road. There we are. Podium this time. Vingegaard. Oh, there is some time gaps. Fuck's sake. Vingegaard takes the stage ahead of Carapaz and Pogacar. Looking at the GC, it has changed significantly. Pogacar second, Skelmos, Pedersen. Pedersen's still up here. What the hell? Mads Pedersen sitting in fourth. Vingegaard in fifth. Vlasov in sixth. Ha 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 ha. Yes, Vlasov didn't lose too much time. Ha ha. Lipovitz, Jorgensen, Pollitt, Rodriguez. Dries de Bont in the KOM classification for Team Red Bull KTM. Pedersen in the points classification. Remco in white. Team Mobile Bianchi still in the team's classification. It's just one small, only 8-second gap, small gap. Whew. Thought there was a further gap, but Pedersen's doing a great bloody race so far. Costa losing time, Erlotti, Dunbar, any big losers of course. Niels Eckhoff, who crashed out for Credit Agricole. Looking at the change in GC, Pedersen stays where he is, mostly riders moving up, Skelmos are going down, Poggy going up. Points, Pedersen stays where he is, Mountain, Dries de Bont takes over from Uterbrooks. Young rider still Remco, and Team Mobile still the team classification. So, final stage of the live stream today is a sprint stage. 2 mountain points and 2 intermediate points. Favourites of course, Milan once again. I'm gonna say Groenewegen. Let's do that. Let's change the graphics up again. You're not low. High. Let's try that again. It's generating podium, but it's going to generate podium for a while. It's all good. We'll just wait it out. There we go.
Those opportunists with a bit of daring won't make their life easy.
So, not a GC day. Really just a straight sprint day. Who's in the breakaway today? Quite a few riders trying to get in the breakaway. Quick step in there quite a lot. Bahrain not liking the sprinters going in. Hirgots, Gibraltar, Plankart. Interesting mix of riders. They're not being allowed to escape here. Bahrain victorious and HTC not liking that, chasing them down quite ferociously, to be honest. Now they're allowed to escape. Who's allowed to escape? Just these two original riders in the breakaway. Another rider from Bora and another rider from Quickstep. Maybe that was their plan, to send riders in who just roll around and do nothing. Anyways, 500 meters to go. Plankart is sprinting. Plankart takes maximum points there. Anyone in the peloton going to fight for points? No. Still Dries de Bont in the lead of that classification. Red Bull KTM need a stage win. Intermediate sprint inbound. Didn't realize that was that close. Where is Jasper Philipsen? Dries de Bont is up here, but where is Philipsen? There's Pedersen. There's Milan. There's Philipsen there. Philipsen needs to get more points in the classification. He needs to win the green jersey because otherwise his team's going to be pretty pissed at him. Florian Vermeersch launches on the left-hand side. On the right, there is Jonathan Milan Philipsen second there, followed by Groenewegen. Muschietti up there, finally doing some sprintiness. Dun, 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 dun. Category 4 climb. Of course, the rider from Quickstep's going to sprint for it and takes it. Plankart takes maximum points there in the peloton. Anyone going for it? No. Dries de Bont will wear the mountain jersey to the next stage. One intermediate sprint and then one finish line sprint. Here we go, 3 kilometers to go to the intermediate sprint. Milan, it's getting a bit bushy in here. Milan's looking for his lead out the wheel. Philipsen's on the back of de Bont. De Bont is zigzagging through the peloton. Could have been a yellow card, but not quite. The breakaway, will they make it? Corbin strong there. Matteo Muschietti. Muschietti on the right-hand side. Milan, of course, is going to take it, but Matteo Muschietti being up there is great. Philipsen, I mean, also good that Philipsen's up there. But well done to Matteo Muschietti. He's finally finding his sprinting legs today. Has he got enough for the final sprint at the end of the stage? I hope so, because Mapai needs some goodness, buddy. 50 seconds for the breakaway. They'll be caught quite soon. The Red Bull KTM working for Jasper Philipsen, of course. Red Bull, hey, what the fuck happened here? Big crash, big crash. Pogacar has crashed. Rodriguez, Paul Van Dijker. Everyone's up though, and they'll be making their way back to the peloton very shortly. Rekonov looks to be the one who's making the catch. The Russian road race champion has been working quite well in this race for the Mapai squad. He has definitely earned his place in the team. Another split in the peloton. The green jersey is slightly behind. Interesting game mechanics here. There's no crosswind, no nothing. Back to the front. HTC and the Red Bull KTM. Small little lump in the road, but otherwise just a straight sprint.
Well, we can see that the pack is increasing the pace. It's going to be difficult to break away now.
5 pints of Guinness. Oh dear. Anyway, here we go. 15 Ks to go. The sprint trains are ready. We have HTC for Melier. Moschetti behind Melier. What a perfect choice, Moschetti. Brilliant. I love it. Caden Groves for T-Mobile Bianchi all over the place. He's trying to slot himself behind Axel Laurence currently. Now he's on Dries de Bont pushing Jesper Philipsen off the wheel. Mads Pedersen trying to sit behind Groenewegen, is he? Or Caden Groves. Interesting choice of wheels there. Remco Evenepoel, Vingegaard and Pogacar all up in the mix. Abrahamson's had his turn. He's rolling back through the peloton. Milan on the right hand side. Moschetti's now on the wheel of... Who the hell's that on? Pedersen maybe? Maybe Groves. 8.9 kilometers to go. It's a slight descent. And then it plateaus out. Any corners in the final few meters? Yeah, there's a few corners, so it's really going to be first in, first served. There are some big splits happening in the peloton. I say biggish, but who's caught out? Lipovitz, Pollitt. No one really super important as of yet. Let's just hope that split gets caught, gets pushed back in. Anyway, Schmid through the middle with the Bont for Philipsen. 5.8 kilometers to go. Evenepoel trying to sneak up through the middle. Who's going to break first? I think it's going to be Milan. There's that silly little corner we were talking about earlier. Groenewegen needs to launch his sprint now with Bussato. 3Ks to go. Another silly corner. 2.2Ks to go. The lead out man should be sprinting. Vermeesch on the right hand side. It is Bauhaus de Bont on near the middle. Cyril Barth with Groenewegen. Groenewegen in the wheel. Dylan Groenewegen. It is Jasper Philipsen on the right. Just been overtaken by... looks like Christoph. Nope. Groenewegen takes the stage. Let's have a look at this time gap. There's a big time gap here. Whew. A lot of riders going to be losing time today. Let's have a look. Bilbao will be losing time. Pollitt is losing time. Youngles, Kwiatkowski, Seychelles, Steinhaus is losing time. Lipovitz, Vermeesch, Mollema, Bennett, Pidcock losing time. Fuglsang, Juan Pedro Lopez, Kron, Romo, Hajduk, Costa, Tarling, Seneschal, Riccatello, Steimler, Utebrooks, Higita. I'm just checking that, pretty much checking that Vassal's not here, really. They'll be losing over a minute to everyone else. Big losses for Team T-Mobile Bianchi, who had quite a few riders there in the top 10. Bilbao for Netherlands Lottery also missing out. And of course, Tom Pidcock for Team Sky. Big loser of today. Felix Gamper and Philip out the back. And at the end of the first week, Dylan Groenewegen for Groupama FDJ takes the stage win. Christoph second, Milan third. Remco still leading that GC. Any changes in the back end of the top 10? Looks like Healy's now in the top 10. Sivakov also. We'll have a look at what changes happened there. Best climber still Dries de Bont. Points still Mads Pedersen, but now Jesper Philipsen only 2 points behind. Remco leading white, and Timo Bianchi still in that team classification. Let's have a look at that GC for the end of week 1. You see Lipovitz and Pollitt falling out of the top 10, moving Jorgensen up, Rodriguez up, Healy, Sivakov, Yates, Carapaz. Let's take a screenshot for the end of week 1. Top 40 in GC. Pidcock down to 21st, now 4 minutes down. Lost a bit of time there. Getting pretty close here in the points classification. Mountain Jersey still everything to play for, only a week into this tour. But looking back on today's stage, looking at the time gaps here, Pale Bilbao lose the first ride, they lose 2 minutes on the stage is what Pidcock loses Youngles to. Of course, Gamper and Rutsch losing 4 minutes. That's the end of week 1 of the Giro. Next week will be, well, probably, maybe tomorrow, I think, maybe, or maybe later on today, whenever I really get some more energy back. We'll be having some more mountain stages, a mountain TT, which is a lot of mountain stages here, ending with another flat stage before we're going into the final week of, oh, those stages look fun, bloody hell. That's a short stage, and there's some cobbles to finish off. But anyway, thanks for joining in for today's week 1. Appreciate you fellas tuning in. Ka-chow.
Sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before. Now when I got you, it's all gonna be alright. Thinking about all the things we did tonight, what a time to be alive. Just you and I, just you and I. Only you can put the fire out. You can turn it all around. You can lift me off the ground, so we can fly again, so we can fly again. I've been trying hard not to go out of my mind, and all I need right now is for you to stay the night. But if you keep saying that you've got to leave, then I'm gonna be alright. As long as you tell me that we ain't running out of time. Thinking about all the things we did tonight, what a time to be alive. Just you and I.